Hey there, this is Kim with Wonders I Wander. This is me trying to redo the beginning of Slay the Princess, and we're going to hope this records this time. So I'm going to start a new game, so here we go.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess. You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
I forgot that I had to do this. Okay. I don't remember what I chose last time, so I'm just gonna do what I want to do today. So let's see.
Unfortunately, you're the only one who can pull this off. I don't make the rules. I wish I did, but I don't.
Okay.
I'm talking about the end of everything as we know it. No more birds, no more trees, and perhaps most problematically of all, no more people. You have to put an end to her. Don't linger on the specifics. You have a job to do here. Just get in there and do what needs to be done. We're all counting on you.
Who's we?
Look, you're already on the path that leads to the cabin. Why would you be here if it weren't to complete a very important task? You've made it this far, you might as well reach the end of your journey. Then I guess we'll just have to see what happens. But a word of warning. If you go in prepared to hear her out, she could easily trap you in her web of lies. And the more you listen to her honeyed words, the harder it'll be to pull yourself out. Then each and every one of us is doomed. So sure, go, talk to her. See how that turns out for all of us. You make your way up the short path to the cabin. You'll find the princess within.
Okay. Now they have a moment. So yeah, I played this before a certain way. I'm probably gonna try, as much as I remember, I'm gonna try to choose different things. And then I might not be reacting as much in the beginning since I've done parts of this before. Like in the first time I played this, I was complaining about the narrator a lot. But I probably won't until he starts bugging me again. FYI.
We're not going to go through with this, right?
Oh my gosh.
She's a princess.
Just go.
We're supposed to save princesses, not slay them. Ignore him. He doesn't know what he's talking about. The interior of the cabin is almost entirely bare. The air is stale and musty, and the floor and walls are painted in a fine layer of dust. The only furniture of note is a plain wooden table. Perched on that table is a pristine blade. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right. You take the blade from the table. It'd be rather difficult to slay the princess and save the world without it.
I still think the blade should be bigger if I'm gonna kill someone.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a staircase faintly illuminated by an unseen light in the room below. This is an oppressive place. The air feels heavy and damp, a hint of rot filtering from the ancient wood. If the princess really lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor.
Yeah, around this time, last time, the narrator was really bugging me.
Her voice carries up the stairs.
Who's there?
She sounds dangerous. It's almost as if she's the one in charge down here. Don't let it fool you. It's all part of the manipulation. Good. You're still listening to reason. You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall of the basement.
She's so coldly beautiful. Is she really a threat to the world?
Focus on the task at hand.
And there you are. Are you here to kill me or something? How about you drop the knife and the two of us just talk?
Look how reasonable she's being. We should just drop the blade and talk things out. Don't you dare. It's fine. We can decide what we want to do after we talk to her. Maybe she really is a monster, but killing someone in cold blood isn't very becoming of us.
You know what? Let's drop it.
The blade tumbles out of your trembling hands and drops to the floor with an unceremonious clang.
Thank you.
Against your better judgment, you step forward to speak with the princess face to face, unarmed.
We'll be fine.
I don't know what you're hoping to accomplish here, but I can assure you there's no reasoning with her. Just make sure you don't forget about the blade on the floor. You're going to need it.
So here we are. What an awkward start to a relationship.
I don't want to say this because it sounds stupid, but I just want to try it.
Don't jump to any weird conclusions. We're two people who have met each other. By definition, we have a relationship.
Don't just tell her that.
Is that why they threw me down here? But I don't want to hurt anyone. I like the world, I think. I don't remember much about it, to be honest. I've been down here a long time.
Just how long has she been down here?
If I'm supposed to be capable of ending the world, then how did I wind up here, chained to a wall? Have they told you why I'm allegedly so dangerous? Ending the world seems like an awful lot for just one person to do. I wouldn't even know where to start.
I believe her. She doesn't have to know how to destroy the world to be capable of doing it.
At the end of the day, whatever the two of us have going on down here is about trust. Whoever sent you to slay me claimed I was a threat to the world, but they didn't tell you why. That doesn't sound right to me. And I don't think it sounds right to you either. Otherwise, we'd be killing each other instead of talking.
Yeah, we'd be killing each other, so...
She has a point. There's a reason I've been telling you to question the situation, and there's a reason you've listened.
So, I could tell you that I'd lead a quiet life in the woods, or that I'd open an orphanage, or that I'd do any other number of good things that I'm sure you think you want to hear. But you don't really know me, do you? What can my word possibly be worth in a situation like this?
I don't know.
She's right about one thing. Her word isn't worth anything.
Like I said, it's all about trust. Blind trust. So do you trust me, the prisoner, the victim, the princess clearly incapable of ending the world? Or do you trust whoever put me here?
Well, I don't trust either of those things.
She's wrong. This isn't about trust. This is about risk. We stand to lose everything, all for the sake of one person, and a subjugating monarch no less.
Yeah, what's your name?
She hesitates before answering.
I don't think I got her name last time.
You can address me as
Oh,
Your
no, I did
Royal
ask.
Highness, or Her
Because
Majesty.
she was a
Any
butthead
honorific should do.
the last
really.
time I asked. Just like this time.
Again, she offers no specifics. No matter how hard you try, you'll never get a straight answer out of her.
But no one gives me a straight answer.
You can't. Don't bother.
I'm guessing you don't have the key then. I'm sure there's a key somewhere around here, and if there isn't, well, we can always put that knife to good use.
Yeah, I don't like it when her eyes do this thing.
Her sharp eyes settle on the edge of the blade.
And I wouldn't call these sharp.
She isn't suggesting what I think she's suggesting, right? She is. I'm sure of it.
Oh, have you decided what to do with me?
You know why you're here.
Let's see. Oh, I can't move the little creepy finger.
Oh, you have to be kidding me. You walk up to the chains binding the princess to the wall and give them a tug. They're large and heavy, far too solid for you to even imagine trying to break them apart.
See, last time I just left her down there for a bit, and that didn't bode well for me.
If you don't have the key, maybe you should go looking for it. I'm sure it's somewhere upstairs.
Doubtful. Whoever locked the princess away down here intended for her to never see the light of day. They wouldn't have just left the key to her chains somewhere in the cabin.
That would be fine. I can lose an arm.
Oh, well, okay.
She speaks with almost complete nonchalance.
Yeah, I know, I heard
If
her.
we were stuck down here for long enough, I'm sure we'd be nonchalant about cutting our way out. Anything to finally be free. You attempt to make your way out of the basement, but the door at the top of the stairs slams shut.
Oh no!
You hear the click of a lock sliding into place. Is someone else here? Your shouts and pleas are met with silence. You're here to slay the princess, and you won't leave until the task is done. You try the door, but it's locked from the outside. I'll repeat myself once again.
Yeah,
You're
we know.
here to slay the princess, and you won't leave until the task is done. You make your way back to the bottom of the stairs. This would have been so much easier if you'd simply slain her like you were supposed to. Easier for whom? Easier for everyone.
I heard the door slam. They locked you down here too, didn't they? The knife. Pick it up and cut me out of here.
Oh, am I gonna cut her arm off?
You won't like what happens if you do that.
Yeah, we'll save her.
Against
Oh
your
my
better
gosh.
judgment, you place the blade against the princess's arm, just
It's so
above
funny.
the massive, unyielding chain.
Okay, so we have... Did I already know this? That we had the monster hands?
You cut into her flesh.
I think I knew that.
The blade is sharp, and you make quick work of it. Before long, you're able to crack through bone, and she pulls the bleeding stub of her arm through the iron gauntlet.
Oh, it's so stretchy.
She didn't so much as utter a sound. Free from her bindings, the princess turns to face you, her fierce gaze meeting your eye. How is she so composed after losing an arm? It's like she isn't even bothered by it.
Thank you. Now let's get out of here.
All right.
No, we won't have any of that. The stakes are too high. You can't just let her escape into the world. No, I just can't let her escape into the world. As the princess approaches the bottom stair, your
No!
body steps forward and raises the blade.
But why?
Wait, this isn't fair. You can't just do that.
That's not nice.
Watch me.
No! No. Okay. Ooh. Can I do anything besides warn her?
Stop that.
No, I don't want to.
I thought this was a little too easy.
Ah!
Your body lunges forward to sink the blade into her back, but the princess swiftly moves out of the way before you can connect. Stop it! Stop resisting me! I am trying to get you out of here alive.
No. I was supposed to be able to warn her. Okay.
The blade. Move the blade.
You're doing your best to help me, aren't you? I can see the conflict in your eyes. I'll make this quick.
Oh.
She steps forward and pries the blade from your rigid hands.
Maybe I'll see you in another life.
Probably.
And then she slits your throat with an
Oh.
almost clinical ease.
Man.
Her face remains unchanged as she watches you collapse to the ground, blood flowing from your butchered neck.
That's a really sharp blade.
This is the end, isn't it?
I'm afraid it is. Everything goes dark, and you die. I hope it was worth it.
I think it was, because last time she did a real number on me. This was much more peaceful.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess. You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
Let's see. We'll do this one.
It hasn't. Or if it has, I certainly haven't been a part of it. We've just met for the first time, you and I. Don't forget what he did to us the last time around. I wouldn't trust
Oh,
a word out of
no.
his mouth.
I
There's
don't
got
want
to be a
Voice
way
of the
out here,
Skeptic.
for us and for the princess. We just have to keep trying.
See, when I did this last time, I got Voice of the Paranoid, and I loved him.
I'm inclined to agree. If he doesn't remember what happened last time, maybe it's best to keep it that way. You know I can hear you two, right? It's going to be a lot harder than you think to keep secrets from me.
I'm so bummed out.
And as far as trying to help her goes, need I remind you how catastrophically dangerous she is to the world at large? I told you about the stakes of this situation less than a minute ago.
She was fine.
I'm not so sure running away is the best idea. We're not the only person stuck here. What about her? Seriously? You're just going to turn around and leave? Do you even know where you're going? Fine. I suppose you just quietly continue down the path away from the cabin.
Oh, that's cute.
That's strange.
Oh.
It looks like this path also leads to the cabin. How convenient. Everything's back on track again. Maybe the world can still be saved after all.
Yay.
That's great to hear. As long as you bring that fiery attitude to princess slaying, I think this will all resolve splendidly. Good. Going back to the cabin is the only way we can get to the bottom of things.
I turned off shaky animation. I don't know if I also
The
should have.
interior
Oh,
of the
that's
cabin
nice.
is less a cozy woodland retreat and more like a dungeon.
I think it looks a lot
few
nicer.
pathetic wisps of starlight attempt to illuminate the cold, uninviting stone walls, and thick, wrought iron bars barricade the windows, reminding anyone who enters that this is a prison.
No, it's medieval chic.
The only furniture of note is an iron table, bolted to the floor, a pristine blade perched on its edge. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
Let's approach the mirror.
You walk up to the wall next to the basement door. It's a wall. There isn't much to see here. What are you talking about? This isn't a wall. It's a mirror. Or at least it'll be a mirror once we wipe off that layer of grime. You reach forward and rub your hand against the cabin wall. I hope you know how ridiculous you look right now. But there was a mirror a second ago, and now it's gone. If he doesn't want us to know about it, it must be important. We should keep our eyes peeled. Maybe it'll be back. I'm afraid I'm going to insist we take the blade.
We're in a dangerous situation, and I'm not letting us go down there without a weapon.
Well, can I
Are you
still
sure?
do it?
What if she, I don't know, turns it against us? Which I'm bringing up in a purely hypothetical manner.
Yes, I'm sure.
Turns it against you? She's a prisoner here. She'll only be able to turn it against you if you give it to her. Which you won't be doing because she's an existential threat to the entire world.
Too many dudes in the
Okay.
kitchen here.
I'm trusting you.
I'm not.
Normally, yeah, but not about this. Call it a reflex. We take the knife as we go.
Wonderful. You do exactly that, sweeping the knife from the table before proceeding to the basement.
Yay.
Don't worry about it. We have a knife, so what? It's not like we have to use it. No, you don't have to do anything, but you do well to use it regardless. Moving on.
But anyways, yeah. So I didn't turn all these wobbly lines off, but I turned like flickering off. I just don't know if it's come up yet.
Door to the basement creaks open,
Well, these are flickering.
revealing an old stone staircase. A few sputtering torches attempt to vaguely illuminate your path, dancing across glimmering patches of slimy moss on the stone steps.
Where's the moss?
If the princess lives here, slaying her would probably be doing her a favor. Her voice, harsh but controlled, carries up the stairs.
Is that a visitor I hear? Please, come downstairs. It's been a while since I've had company.
Does she remember us? You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess.
That's
She
funny.
looks up at you, the heavy collar around her neck clanking loudly as she moves, the chains binding both her wrists to the far wall, joining the metallic chorus as she adjusts her hands in her lap.
I mean, get her some pajamas. This looks so uncomfortable.
Should we be worried about the one around her neck? Why would you be worried about her restraints? If anything, they'll make your job easier.
We'll see. Oh.
Have you noticed the empty chain on the wall? Odd that in a place where everything seems to serve a distinct purpose, there would be something so obviously useless.
Well, maybe she used to have a dog there.
What an interesting development. Why don't you have a seat? The two of us should chat before you bury that thing in my heart.
You step towards the princess, but
This
she
is a
stops you
better
before
look
you
for
get
her.
too close, holding up one shackled hand.
There's fine. I'd prefer we keep some distance until we've sorted this out.
That's reasonable. We do have a weapon. Might as well put her at ease. You do as she asks and sit on the floor, still a good distance away from her.
Thank you. Now, what are your intentions for me? Oh, are we talking about that? I thought we weren't going to give away the game. But sure, I'll fill you in. Nothing happened. You died. I went upstairs. I couldn't leave. I found myself in a new place in chains again. More of them. And now you're back.
Is that really all she knows? It's not like we have much of a clue about how things work. And she's probably even more in the dark than we are.
You're looking at me like I might be hiding something. I'm not.
I guess it's possible she really doesn't know anything. Maybe both of us are stuck in this loop without any idea why or how. First you make a comment about having been here before, and now this.
All these voices remind me of when my son was young and I would be doing my best to do all the voices of the different characters.
As much as I would like to remain in denial, it's no use. This has complicated things. It's complicated things how, exactly? Ideally, this was supposed to be one and done. You go to the cabin, you heroically slay the princess, and in the process you save the entire world from being damned to oblivion. The situation right now, where you're getting a second shot at things, is a contingency.
I guess.
A contingency for what? For you failing, obviously. And you being here means that things are going to be a lot harder than they were. I really shouldn't say anything else. I'm just going to make it worse. Just good luck.
Yeah, go take a break.
If you knew this could happen, why didn't you tell us? All of this is incredibly valuable information. It would have changed our actions considerably. I needed you to be in the dark for as long as I could keep you there. It's important. Necessary, even.
I will say, compared to the first time I played this has been nice.
And maybe I wanted to be the first version of me that you met. I didn't want to be confronted by the alternative.
The one I did, she was scary, and everyone was scared.
That's pathetic.
And there was more blood.
I never said I wasn't. I get it. It would be pretty upsetting, wouldn't it? To know that you might not be the first version of yourself. At least we can remember what happened before. Seems like we should count ourselves lucky for that. Exactly, he gets it. You're lucky, so don't waste that luck by messing it up again. All right?
Okay.
Moving on. Why is it important for us to be ignorant?
Do we have to keep
How is it
talking?
ever
This
helpful to be
is
in the
how I
dark?
feel. I feel like her face.
The more I say, the more your mind will swim into dangerous waters. Even saying that is too much.
Okay.
Your success hinges on you having imperfect information.
Okay.
For the sake of the entire world, you need to accept that. I won't. Fine. But you won't get another word from me.
Thank
on the
God.
matter. Yeah, sure. We'll see about that. Just give it a rest. This isn't helping.
Focus. This is a serious situation. You shouldn't be daydreaming.
Okay.
I don't know, but you could always try it on.
No, thank you.
Maybe it'll fit.
No.
I hope I don't actually have to say this, but please don't lock yourself in chains. We need you ambulatory if you're going to save the world.
Man, they really want me to look at this shackle.
I wouldn't do that if I were you.
I thought he was gonna shut up.
Why is that? Do I even need to explain myself? It's a shackle and it's one without a key. Do you want to be stuck here like she is? And what? Is it going to lock the second we put our wrist into it?
I mean, maybe.
I don't know. Maybe it will. He doesn't want us to look at it. That's all the reason we need to investigate. But what if he's telling the truth?
Oh my gosh.
He isn't. I am.
I'm so tired.
Against your better judgment, you approach the chain dangling from the far wall. The princess watches you with faux disinterest as you inspect it, though she can't fully hide her curiosity. I don't want to say what I'm supposed to say next.
Oh no.
What is that supposed to mean? It sounds bad. Is it bad?
Yeah, probably.
Yes, it's bad.
Ah.
Come out and say it then. You're just wasting time. Fine. As you hoist the shackle, its heft shifts within your grasp, as if pulled by some odd magnetism. Before you can so much as blink, it practically leaps from your hands, snapping around your neck. And, as if your situation weren't bad enough, the same magnetism repels your blade, which is flung from your hand and sent skittering across the floor of the basement. Excuse me? Yes? Are we stuck here now?
Yeah, dummy.
Yes.
Well, at least we know what the rest of the room looks like.
Huh, so it does fit. And I guess it doesn't like your knife. We're stuck here together, aren't we? That's funny.
What are we supposed to do now? Can't even cut ourselves out. Guess we'll starve.
Okay.
That's horrible. It's not all bad. We learned a valuable piece of information. Not to touch things we're specifically told not to touch? No, that there's something special about this loose chain. It's clearly important.
Wait, I guess. Maybe something else will happen. Maybe not. No. Nope.
Oh, come on.
That's rude. You and the princess wait in silence, though neither of you knows what you're waiting for. But you're waiting for something. You're waiting for anything.
I will say, while this is more peaceful, the one I did before, I don't know, it did have a lot more going on.
This is so boring. There must be something we can do to get out of here. There must be something we're missing. But there isn't. Time passes. It passes and passes and passes. And the basement of the cabin remains much the same. It is cold and silent. At least the world is safe.
Yay.
It isn't. You're stuck. Too far away from both the princess and your blade to do much of anything. But she's not ending anything. She's just sitting there. Her very existence is a threat. It harms everything around it.
This feels sexist.
How exactly does that work? It just does. But your line of questioning is interrupted by the passage of even more time. And after that, even more time passes again. And let me guess, the cabin remains the same. If time is passing, the cabin can't be the same. Even if the differences are small, they have to exist. That's just how things work.
Okay.
I suppose you're correct. Things are changing. The differences are small at first, a bit of weathering here, a bit of erosion there, but then they get larger and larger.
I don't like small talk, remember?
Still rude. You continue to wait in silence, and the cabin continues to change. The decay comes faster now. You can see earth through holes in the stonework, can watch lichen spread along the seams of the walls. That doesn't make sense. Has our entire concept of time changed? What happened to starving? We should have died by now if the rocks around us are starting to erode. She hasn't starved. I guess she hasn't. Even more silent time passes
Oh
as
my
you watch
goodness.
roots push themselves through the increasingly porous walls of the basement. Dirt seeps inside, flowing across the stone floor like a liquid, covering the ground and threatening to swallow you both. Time continues to pass, and pass, and pass, until suddenly there are no walls. And then... And... I think he's gone.
Oh, thank goodness.
Would you look at that? We made it out of the cabin, and nothing bad had to happen to either of us.
We'll see.
So this is the outside world. It's cold.
I'm sorry. Oh, okay, yeah, the hands are back. Well? Oh, am I dying?
She's gone. Where did she go? Should we try and find her? And there's that mirror again. Why is it here? Why now? I'm begging you, don't do this.
Why? Let us look in the mirror.
It's different now. It feels... I don't know. Final.
Oh, that's right. Did I die this way?
You're right. Part of me wants the truth, but something stronger is holding me back. Fear.
I don't remember what happened last time I looked in the mirror. Oh, well, we're there, so it doesn't matter.
This doesn't feel right. It feels different. Final. You're right.
Yeah.
Part of me wants the truth, but
We already
something
said
stronger
this.
is holding me back. Fear.
Okay. It's me. Well, that sounds nice. Oh, can I move this around? Hello? Oh. Okay, good. Yeah, I saw this last time. I like how creepy it is.
Something finds me in the long quiet and brings me the gift of a fragile vessel. You are the only thing I have ever known.
Well, that's nice.
The space we're in is vacant. Nothing comes here but us. I am solitary lights in an empty city. What are you?
A trash bag full of yogurt. Oh, you don't know what you are?
I think that you are like me. We are oceans, reduced to shallow creeks.
I like how it escalates from that to destroy your body. I feel like we could do some more talking. I'd like for her to elaborate.
Yes, nerves and fibers to feel the worlds beyond, perspectives to make my own. This one is cold and cynical. She has protected herself when others could not. She will make for a clever heart. Do not mourn her. She doesn't need to be protected any longer. I have only just now stirred to consciousness. I could not have trapped you here, and I too yearn to be free. How can the world have ended if we are talking?
I don't know. I don't really know how to deal with this chick.
Nothing, as we are. But I know that there are worlds beyond us, and that we are meant to reach them.
Okay.
There is no exit, but this vessel is a creature of perception. She can make you forget, if only you believe her to be able to. Bring me more perspectives, so that I may be whole, and perhaps then we will know our freedom. More than you have found, but less than there are to find.
Oh my goodness.
I am infinite. The rest will find their own way home. You ask of things that cannot be done. To destroy is merely to reshape, to remold. How can I know? I am flickers in something sprawling and unilluminated. Everything, until we meet again. She asks that I tell you to remember her. You won't.
Oh. Okay. Well, I think I'm gonna end. Oh,
You're on a path
Okay.
in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess.
okay. I believe I'm gonna stop here. A, I want to see if this recorded, and B, it's been about 40 minutes. So hopefully I'll see you in part 2. Thank you for watching. Bye.